Yo dudes! Welcome to the ultimate mac and cheese. To many people, mac and cheese can seem like a basic student fodder. Today we're going to use kind of the basic Anglo-Caribbean approach, where it's kind of dish of indulgence, and we're going to bake it, and we're going to pimp it out and make it next level. First step we're going to do is we're going to make our sauce. You will need a food processor. Into the food processor we have 180 grams of boiled potatoes. We left the skin on for added nutrition. 100 grams of boiled carrots. There we go. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast to give a little bit of a note of cheese. To make it next level, 3 cloves of roasted garlic. Just that simple act of roasting will add kind of a creamier, more subtle garlicky flavor. While I roasted the garlic, we simply just put an onion in its skin in and caramelized it too. It's just going to give that kind of sweeter, more caramelized flavor. I have 1 chili which we charred, just to show you how we charred it. If you can put it in the gas like that, just the act of charring will give that just that subtle note of kind of burn. So 1 charred chili, that'll give a nice little note. I have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 60 ml of milk of non-dairy milk of choice. I've gone with soy milk or whatever you have. And last, I have 120 ml of sunflower oil. And let's blend till smooth. Okay, so we blend it until it's reasonably smooth, and you can see it's quite a thick sauce. I'm going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm going to put in a generous pinch of black pepper. So you'll see right now the sauce appears quite thick. So I'm just going to add in a little tiny bit of water, about 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Just until it becomes a little bit more viscous and a little bit more kind of, that it's going to coat the pasta and not be too thick. Okay, so you'll see the sauce is done. The sauce is looking good. So we have pre-boiled our pasta. That was 500 grams of macaroni. I've got a non-stick frying pan. I'm going to put it in high heat. Okay, I have a generous handful of oyster mushrooms. So that's about 100 grams, a little over 100 grams. I have the pan on high heat. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of oil. And as that heats up, I'm going to chop these oyster mushrooms. I'm going to chop them into kind of chunks. Not too small, but a little bit chunky. Okay, pan is on high heat. In goes our mushrooms. While they're cooking down, I'm just going to chop 4 scallions. I'm going to chop them finely. Surprisingly, mushrooms do have quite a bit of moisture in them. So as they fry here, you see them kind of getting almost a little bit, shiny on the outside. That's as they release their moisture and starts to evaporate, and then we're going to get more charring once the moisture is evaporated. Okay, mushrooms are nicely cooked. Now time to enter liquid smoke. So this is a tamari-based liquid smoke in honor of my dear brother David. I have 2 tablespoons that have gone in. If you can't find liquid smoke, just use tamari. But it will add that kind of meaty, kind of smoky note, which will make it kind of almost taste a bit meaty, which will be quite like meaty in texture and in flavor. Next, I'm going to put in our scallions. Oh, there's a really lovely smoky flavor. Really, really beautiful. Okay, we're going to bring it all together. I'm going to turn that off the heat. I'm going to pop in, we've cooked our macaroni. It simply took 6 minutes to cook it following the pack instructions. I'm going to pour in most of our macaroni in here. And if it does start to stick together, don't worry, just break it down with the back of a spoon. Let's take half our sauce. Let's pour half our sauce in here. You see it's quite creamy and viscous. And the rest let's pour in here. So this is a banging sauce, like super full of flavor. Traditionally, a mac and cheese, it's a bechamel or a mornay sauce, which is normally just a bechamel sauce with emmental cheese. Obviously, we're not going to do that. This sauce, though, will function very similarly. Okay, let's just mix that through. Let's pop it all in here. Let me just taste it and just season with salt and pepper before we bake it. Nice. Little pinch of salt. I'm gonna go with some fresh thyme. We picked it earlier. Just literally take it off. A little bit of rosemary, whatever herbs you like anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit in. It's just gonna add that extra note of flavor, that subtlety, which otherwise wouldn't be there. We've preheated our oven to 200 degrees. I'm gonna take out my pie dish. Okay, cool. Let's put out all our cheesy, amazing, beautiful macaroni. I have 50 grams of breadcrumbs. I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of oil just to bring it together and make it crisp up nicer. 1, 2, pinch of salt, and I go with more thyme. Thyme or rosemary or any dried herb you have. In essence, what the oil is going to do is it's going to help it crisp up more and give it a kind of more sense of indulgence and satiation. So a lot. This dish should feed probably 6 people, or maybe 2 hungry students that haven't eaten for a week. Spread out our breadcrumbs. Again, let's get a good, nice crust, because in essence we want this to brown, so we get a crispy kind of topping. Okay, we preheated our oven to 200 degrees. We're going to bake this for 10 minutes, just until the top goes all golden and it all kind of goos together. It's magnificent. Boom. 3, 2, 1. Oven gloves on. Kitchen smells fab. Time to take it out. Ultimate mac and cheese. Woo! So look at that for beautiful. Caramelization looks great, and the kind of toastiness. Okay, she's out of the oven. Smells amazing. Looks great. We have a little bit of salad here on the top. Time to get in. Oh my God, this smells gooey and just creamy and magic. Oh geez, it smells super cheesy. The way I'd garnish that, I'd put, you know, a few scallions, a little bit of chili. Although chili typically isn't served with it, it just goes great and adds just that extra level of flavor. Because this is the ultimate mac and cheese. Okay, in we go. This was inspired, recently we were in Manchester and I went to a restaurant called The Garden. It was a vegan restaurant and I had a mac and cheese, and I'm normally not into mac and cheese, but it was exceptional. So this is a shout out and an honor to you guys. Like, it's so creamy, indulgent. There's a slight subtle smokiness, nice hit of chili, a little bit of crispiness on the top. It just tastes like a belly hug. Dude, oh, when you get a mushroom, it's like jackpot. Tastes nearly like pancetta, because you get that meaty bite with smokiness coming in. Magnificent. Excuse me talking with my mouth full, but dude, thanks for watching. Please give this a thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing, and sending loads of mac and cheese love. Cheers, bye.